All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Detroit!
On first and 10, Webster flush to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Detroit!
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
To throw on second down, Webster. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Check 53
Operating from the gun, Webster flushed out right. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. D. Ford. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Here we go. 180.
59 Mike.
right. Check. 59.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Here we go. Wide, ain't it? 4 down. Check. 26.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
3 down. Here we go. Wide, ain't it? Mike's 59. Hey, let's get some penetration here. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Here we go. Wide, ain't it? We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there. 26.
They'll toss it to Hunt. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
There we go. Nice play.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
We got three, fellas. Here we go. Wide, ain't it? 26.
On 3rd down, it's Hunt, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And Denver getting set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Webster to the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Detroit! No, check, Patriot!
Here's Breida. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Nowhere, baby, nowhere. Let's go. Way to go. Detroit! 53, check 53. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
To throw on second down. Webster dancing to his left. Green with a catch left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Not today! Not ever!
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as he'll go from the 47 now on first down.
3 down.
They run with Breida. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Looking to throw. Webster eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Leopard! Leopard!
This is Breida. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. On 3rd and 2, Webster buying time to his left. Got an open man. It's Fumagalli. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Hey, you got 3. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now it's Breida. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Looking to throw on second down. Webster escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun!
On third down, Webster flush to his right, and he's going to go down again. Telvin Smith, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky, but that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, and we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. That's caught at the 25. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 46 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A second down throw for Prescott. Being chased out left. That is incomplete.
One thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
You got three down. Here we go. Wide eight. Gun. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Here we go. 46. 46.
On third down, it's Prescott. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And the kick by Butker is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field.
Detroit! Man, I got you.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead. after this. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw on 2nd down. Webster. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Caught on the right side by Dorsett. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Throwing on first down. Webster steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Leopard!
Throwing again. Webster eluding the pressure right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, we got 4 now. Detroit!
From the gun, Webster. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's Marquette King now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now here comes Kansas City. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Hey, here we go. 1-8. Here we go. 46. 46.
A first down throw for Prescott. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, here we go. 1-8.
Here's Prescott. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Campbell. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
There we go. Wide eight. Watch the safety creep. 26.
Prescott on first down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
26.
On the run, this is Hunt. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
I got it. Switch. Switch is A. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott down. He's going to look deep down the field. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, trying to hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
He had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And he completes it to Hunt, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Check 50. Check 50. Gun, gun, gun. 26.
First down, Prescott. Dancing to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
There we go. Wide 80. 26.
Prescott off play action. Out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And again, it's Prescott. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On first down, Webster, and he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Ryan Shazier coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Webster escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They get it to him running left, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit, a great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
2nd down, Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
Here we go. Wide eight.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Buying time to his left. And able to find Conley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Wide eight. Here we go. 46.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here we go. 46. Here we go. Wide eight. 26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike. Watch him now, Barney. I got it.
They run again with Breida. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Barney. Gun.
To throw on 3rd down. Webster flushed out right. And he hits his tight end, Ebron.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Denver. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now here comes Kansas City. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
3 down, 3. Here we go. 1-8. Check 3. 26.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Throwing right in, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Prescott now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 1-8. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true, that's actually right.
That happens more often than you might think.
1-8. Here we go. 47. 26.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
On 1st and 10, Webster. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Looking to throw on second down. Webster, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Broncos on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And McManus able to put it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Let's go. Let's finish.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Pass incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Here we go. Wide 8. Here we go, 47. 26.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Swing to the field, right. To the right. 26.
Prescott from the gun. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's a rare 2-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Trying to improvise. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Gun. Single. Check 42, man. Here we go. Wide 8. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott now on second down, eluding the pressure right. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Here we go, kill. 26.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Still fighting. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Wide 8. 26.
Back to throw.
Let's go, B, let's go. Let's get there.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
And now a 10 carry for Freeman. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
On is the punter, King, to send it away. And now here comes Kansas City. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Leonard Williams. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Denver, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1.